Kevin Sidebottom here, speaker, author, and trainer. And I go around and I teach sales organizations and leadership teams how to grow trust and influence with their customers and their team members to generate higher revenues and more profits. Today, let's talk about how we do that in our business. How do we increase sales in our business? Well, the first thing I got to ask is, what's your sales process? That's right. What is your sales process? Most organizations say, well, we kind of do something like this, or we have people like this, or we got salespeople for that. Okay, what's the sales process? What is something they can follow over and over again to make everybody successful? Because everybody that interacts with customers, whether it's customer service, your service team, your warranty team, or the salespeople, need to be following the same process. You got to have the same message, same common communication out to the customers. For consistency, that builds trust. We need to make sure we have that. So I always ask, what is your sales process? And most of the time, people don't have one. And specifically, they don't have one that answers the 5 buying decisions that the customer has. And if you can't answer those 5 buying decisions, you quickly become a commodity. The only differentiating factor in a commodity is price. So what do we have to do? Well, we got to set the stage and do everything correctly, and a process is the most efficient way to do that. Now, Navy SEALs will actually follow a process of how they practice for a mission before they go on a mission. They actually practice over and over and over again to become second nature. And they follow the same process of practice, and then they go debrief. Practice, debrief, practice, debrief. Go over and find where they got bogged down, find out how they can overachieve it the next time and do better. So when they get out on the mission field, they're a success. Sports teams, they do this as well. They watch game tape, they practice, they maneuver, they practice again, they watch game tape. They do the same process over and over again. That's what we need to do with our organization. We need to make sure we're following the same process. Okay? And I know process doesn't sound really sexy or fun, but that's what it is, a process. Every morning you get up and you follow a process that's second nature. You don't have to expend that much energy doing it. You just go do it. That's what the sales process is going to do for you. And over time, you're going to generate more profits, and you won't necessarily have to have more customers. Now, here's the deal. Every customer has an acquisition cost. So just by adding customers, you're going to add costs to your bottom line. So you need to make sure that you're covering those costs if you're going to consistently do that, but you need to be able to make more profits. And you got to sell your value. That's what my sales process will actually do for you, is help you sell your value, set the foot right. Now, every time that our customers interact with us, they're asking 3 questions. Do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can you help me? Well, everybody from sales to customer service to warranty, everybody has to have that same kind of language whenever they're interacting with the customer. If they don't, guess what's going to happen? Well, you just sold me something that doesn't help me. I'm not successful just like somebody else, and now you're in the commodity boat. Nobody wins in the commodity boat. Nobody wants to be the Walmart. There's already one Walmart. We don't need more of them. So what can we do to be successful? Follow that process. Make sure we're likable, we're trusting. We need to show up in the right kind of environments, the right clothing, the right pace of speech. How do we show up with the customer and help them be successful? And we need to make sure we understand their situation, their issues, and their ramifications on each and every interaction. Because if we're not addressing those, we're losing the sale. That's right. We're losing business if we don't address that. So we need everybody to engage on that. They need to be able to understand the issues, the situation, the ramifications, so we can provide the best solution for the customer. You should also be using your CRM, customer relationship management tool, to make sure that it's populated by everybody and everybody's using it and reviewing that with the customer and the sales team. So that way we're making sure we have the right data. We want to make sure that we know what's going on, what's important to the customer, not just the business transaction, but their personal lives, because everybody wants to be known. So we need to make sure that we're hitting the mark. By doing so and answering those 3 questions and having that CRM system, we're going to help them. Now, here's the final thing of this video that's going to help you be a super success. And it's, don't think of sales as being hunting or killing a sale. Think of it as farming. We need to plant the seeds after we cultivate the ground. We need to fertilize and water before we can harvest. Why do we want to do that? Because there's a lot more crops when you do this than when you just go and try to find something to hunt. What do we need to do? We need to give information away to the customers to help them be successful, especially after they buy. That fifth buying decision right there, when they go and buy from us and they give us the purchase order or letter of intent, whatever it is, and they buy from us, there's 90 days that we need to make sure that they're a success. Because if they're a success, they will actually tell other people. If they're a failure, they'll also tell other people. So we need to make sure that we're cultivating and sending out information, how-tos, how to be successful. How can they be a success? Because if they're successful, they'll tell everybody. I mean, when's the last time you went to a great restaurant, had a great experience, and told everyone? That's what you want your customers to do for you. And by doing so, you'll increase sales. All right? So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. If you like this video and it's helpful, hit like, share, subscribe. Send it to somebody you think it might help. That's why I do these videos, to help you. We'll see you next time.